Oh shoot, we had to do the trophies thing, the skills. For,
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
For reference, you choose,
oh yeah, and Spectre. Two-handed and hemorrhage, you both actually do. They
Wait,
just don't work for it as well.
so let me see. What do I need to
Your
get?
weaponry, two-handed and hemorrhage work, which is most likely what you and I are gonna. Because it just makes it so that fast.
What was that? Okay, yeah. It
Stuff.
was this one, right? Yeah, it was Gift of Light. That is the thing that I'm just going ahead and getting that selected just to make sure I don't forget it. That is kind of important.
Alright, so I'm literally just hoping to God that these 8 spirit trophies are enough to level.
Who knows?
Nope. Absolutely not.
How far off were you?
Like probably if.
Yeah, wait, how much it cut off?
For exact information, 180 XP, which means we needed to get 2 more spirit trophies, and I would.
That's no good. That's no good.
Alright, make sure to get your Fiddler Crab quest. And now that we got the Fiddler Crab quest, watch, we won't get as many crab.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's our luck. But,
Hold up, I'm still turning in my trophies.
We never are able.
Also, you will notice, both of us are doing at least something with magic. Looking on my screen, there are spirit and combat trophies. Combat are focused more on the combat abilities. I'm almost a pure caster. Pretty exclusively a pure caster, actually. I have more combat trophies than anything. I, in fact, have quite a few. I have 7 spirit.
Two-handed hemorrhage, your suiting level. There's like also pets. Pets is something that if you really dump into that, because the lowest level pet is the petman. So.
Bless you, don't die. Oh yeah, it was combat recovery. That's what you need to level. Combat recovery. Because combat recovery increases your regions. I don't care if it's even just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you. I'm sorry. I really like for what it is. Like, I just still don't like the iron gaff. I just don't like. Even if I don't have gems, I still prefer the apprentice staff. Even though it's technically strictly worse, and I did that. Not even like including accuracy into the picture, just with the damage and the apprentice staff is worse. But I'm like, screw it. I just don't like the iron gap. It looks super weird on the screen.
Did they update the game? No, that's something someone sold to the shop. Okay. There's some weird gems in the
It has a little infinite to the bottom right side. That means it's in the shop. If it.
Wait, no, it does have an infinite to the right side. It does have an infinite to the right side. So, when did they update the game and add this? There's something in the pet store that looks really weird. Like, I get why it's here, and it might have been here, and they just updated the picture.
What is it?
It's the life resistance, the bushfire resistance.
Oh, yeah, no, they just updated the picture. They made it so that you can tell which one is which by color.
Okay.
Instead of you have to go through, like, instead of you having to read it every single.
Yeah, that did get a little annoying. Just a little bit. You know, just a little. I want to murder every single person in existence. Okay, this is gonna start really slowly, but guys, we have bought nothing because I need a little bit more. I need like what? How much more?
I forget where is the first place you can buy Resurrect, but I feel like it's either two that you can buy Resurrect.
I don't know.
It's definitely.
Do you want to go kill crabs? That way we can both actually get magics.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go do that.
Look on the positive. It was our first encounter. This does not necessarily
and also
proceed.
Spectre forgot to mention. On the HUD, you can also see what your teammates' gem slots are. So it's like, for example, if you look around, like known as myself, you can see all these different like default escape, and we can essentially make sure and check on each other that we're actually doing what we're supposed to. Also, if Spectre, you can show this on your end. If we click each other's faces, we can change our friendly target. So like that will be for future when we're actually effect.
Once we get the once we get all the healing effects started to going, that will be what is useful. It's just the second encounter. It does not set a precedent for the rest of them. It's just the second encounter. It doesn't mean anything. Trying to lie to myself. It's not working.
But yeah. I haven't changed it yet, but do you have any idea what adventuring skills do you want to go for? Because I know I'm going to probably be doing item stack instead of...
If I remember correctly, I always go for... Is it backpacking? I think it's backpacking first, isn't it? That has the,
Backpacking increases the number of slots. Item stacking...
Yeah, I know. I know item stacking is always better, but I need to increase backpacking first, because you have to start off with I need that one extra slot, man. They made it uneven, and I need that one extra slot.
I don't have as much like OCD as you, so I'm perfectly fine with like that one little slot missing.
It'd be one thing if it was on the other side. Like, I'd actually be fine with it if it was on the other direction, but because it's to the right, where it then borders the wall, that's what annoys me.
Yeah, I get the feeling. So, how is everyone home doing? Just like go down below, like what Halloween costume do? If you know, if you don't know, like what ideas have you had? Like for me personally. I've had where a couple of my friends at school are trying to get me to do to go to a haunted house with them for Halloween, and I'm just like,
yeah, no. Unfortunately, in my circumstance, I don't have like people that do much around here for Halloween, so it's really just ends up being like, oh. Well, it's the day.
Like, so, am I wrong about that, or?
Wait, what did you say? It didn't go through quite clearly.
Like, you live pretty much in the middle. Like, if I remember correctly, you literally live in a trailer.
Yeah. So it's
So it's like I'm not surprised.
Like, people don't really do much for Halloween around here, and I wish they did. It also doesn't help that for so many years in a row, Halloween has been falling on weekdays.
I like how
The night of Halloween has been falling on a school night. And they still won't recognize it as a national holiday, despite the fact that they really should, and they should give us November 1st off. It's still making me mad. Especially when you look at the calendar and see the way that October's set up. You know, October is the only month, at least in our school district, that has no school days off. I checked.
I mean, we have like for me personally, most of the time we have like a day where there's like where the teachers have like their own like their, so we'll have these off and like at least
in our school district it is I checked every single other month that we're in school has at least one what would be a school day off, except for October. For some reason. Apparently nothing happens in October. Despite the fact that, you know, there's the Day of the Dead, there's Halloween, it's Spoopy Month, it's one of the best times of the year, there's the Autumn Harvest.
It's kind of close to Thanksgiving. It's close to Thanksgiving, another holiday that area.
For reference, by the way, people, we've been going on this quote-unquote rant for a while, and we still haven't killed enough crabs, because we've just been encountering nothing but rats.
Well, we have enough filler pincers, we just don't have enough. Which you would think we would get enough crabs when we're standing by the ocean. I think we killed all of them. No, do you know what happened? We killed all of them while we were trying to kill the rats. That's what happened.
Again, why don't they have, like, retroactive quests? That's what bothers me about this, is that you kill all the stuff that you need to save for... I need retroactive quests.
Yeah... Well, what do you expect? It is a free RPG with no download, so you can't really complain.
Fair. It also, but you also do have to realize it has a ton of mic. It has a
game like this in the first place.
It does also though constantly push in your face that you have to pay to unlock slot hotkey number 1 and 2. If it was 5 and 6, that'd be one thing, but it's 1 and 2.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? Anybody who has a Discord and decent internet, you know what? Go down and see if and like tell Spectre that you want to join us, and like what like style play you would like. And we'll be able to catch you up before the video. Teach you all the hotkeys and stuff. And who knows, you might join in other series of videos. Spectre.
'Tis always a possibility. Also, Krove, how many stacks of crab stuff do you have?
Stacks? No, I have stacks of rat stuff.
Exactly. I just had to make another stack of rat stuff again.
Oh, here we go. I just got my defense leveled up. And literally durability, like, screwed over. Each point of durability only raises your maximum HP by 1. I'm not even kidding with you there. It raises it by 1 per...
Is it 1 by level? Is it 1 per level or 1?
It's not. It's 1 per point that you put into durability. Per level, you get like 30 or 40, depending on the class. Like, literally, it's ginormously.
Methinks they should have figured out scaling.
Contravention. But yeah, it's not the best thing. Alright, literally, I just want to see a crab. I don't even care what we get from the crab. I just want to see a crab at this point.
Day 400. After the crab apocalypse. I have not seen one. Since that fate... FINALLY!
Less than a miss. And it's like, that just disappears. Like, can't even crab.
We finally killed it.
You know.
Actually, wait, no, this perfectly encapsulates any, like, questing player in an RPG game, or, like, D&D. We can't actually do the quest until we go on, like, an entire sidetrack that takes, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back. I'm sorry. I'm, like, okay. I'm done with do thing. There we go. Passive advancement is increased to level 3, and it's still working. I am level 1 and 3 at the moment. Let's life magic. I'm gonna go green magic because in my person, the lower level spells are better to pick up the white spells because the white are a lot more expensive, but they more. So at a lower level and stuff. Because you that much at these levels with less.
Yeah. Krove, I do think, by the way, that
Right. Oh, my shooting skills already leveled.
I do think, by the way, that we probably should
level one, not level 2. Yeah. And also, I don't understand. The old rag is a prereq. The next armor up is suiting level 2, and then from there it's plus each different thing, and an additional 1 level gap if it's in town. So it goes like 2, 3. The next town it's 5, 6. The next it's don't. Yeah. Oh yeah, and there's also sometimes where there's only one option for the level, and it's so much more expensive next level up because it's the quote-unquote rare. It has a rarity of, which makes it's really good, but it's expensive as all hell.
Yeah, weird things happen because weird. Also, first gem acquired.
And then it just gets outclassed pretty. Yeah. Actually, I think I get some stuff. Like, I don't think I can get healing. Yeah, I don't think I can get any healing stuff. But I can.
I got like I got the worst damage over time effect, but it's still a damage over time effect. So, yeah.
If you want me to, instead of getting one of the direct damage things, I can also get on the bandwagon of dot damage and get anti-genesis. I think it is.
I don't.
10 hit points over 40.
Did you do realize that it is a proc enabler? Like, it's not good unless you're actually actively going down that the route. Not rat, sorry. I got a Freudian slip. We fought so many rats that route got replaced with rat there.
Oh yeah, I forgot to pick up my new quest. We won't be able. I don't know if we'll get to the runt pause this episode, or whatever you're gonna call them, like sections or parts or whatever. I don't care. Now, do you think we have the strength to take on the boss?
Um, 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 Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy J.
Oh my god. This is a terrible idea.
Wait, we do have priest ability. We do have priest ability. And also I have my staff, so I automatically get poison ability. The poison stuff. So
That is
we
that
do
is
have both of those advantages.
that is a truth that is important. We have that advantage, and we both have poison. So we're going to be poisoning this guy down to Fucktown.
Did you not get the staff? Did you not get the staff?
I did not get the staff yet because I doesn't it require a staffing skill?
No, the first staff is just has no prerequisite. All of the basic bitch items have no prerequisite, including the archery one.
Does that mean I have another reason to hate Tutorial Lady?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Curse you, Tutorial Lady! Also, take a coffee, seriously.
Alright, it's to the right now. To the right now, y'all. 2 hops this time. 2 hops.
This is a terrible.
Yeah, if I get the rat drop from this, I'm going to be so salty because I almost went Beastmaster.
If you get the rat drop from this, I half expect you to squeak like an anime girl. Like, honestly. I half expect that at this point.
Okay, for people that don't understand, we had one time where Spectre and I literally went and I made 3 different accounts to try to grind out this first boss to get the rat drop for because the Beastmaster is literally useless without having any pet. Like literally his ability can only be used if he has a pet. His bonuses that he for his class can be used if he has a pet. That's amazing.
Did we both get wooden spears? We both got wooden spears.
We both got wooden spears.
Okay
it
then.
It might be that the drops are set now. It might be that the drops are set and not random, and you will always get a weed from. And it's not wooden; it's weeden.
But also, yeah, and for reference, by the way, guys, remember that this is the first pet you can acquire, and doesn't it still require like 10 petmanship? Which takes a while.
It requires level 10.
Which takes a while to get, and the only other place you can get a pet, the first other pet you can get, is in what, town 2 or 3, and requires... I don't even want to think.
Technically, you can get one in town 1. It's just super expensive. It requires 12 petmanship. It's the turtle.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, but.
You want to head up or to the left to get that.
Okay.
And also, we won't do fishing on camera because fishing is a. Yeah, that's a.
A Spectre promise. All grinding will be done off camera. Or at least when I'm not like doing a stupid
I'm not really gonna do like any grinding. Like on my side, I'm just gonna let my passive advancement do the work for. Like I'm not a big fan of grinding, like at all. Like if I need to for like materials or something, sure, but like. In this game, the crafting system is you need to have where you are able to access like the trade markets with a free account. So all we can do is get the shop item. You can't craft items yourselves, really.
Yeah. You can technically use the crafting system, but also, even for people who can use the trade market with the crafting system, how do you do it? There is like a web. Like, they spent so much time. Like, we may have been giving this game shit for some things. The amount of detail in some of these crafting systems is insane. There's a web that does not end of crafting recipes that intertwine with each other crafting system. Like, it is very detailed.
Like, for example, you need to have wood crafting to make, but then you have to have, like, you have wood cuttery, no, like, that. It's carpenter to get wood, but then you need, wood, like, then you need
Use your words,
whittling or
Krove.
something in order to make planks, like, hold resourcefulness, yeah, you need wood cutting to actually get, like, wood. But then you need there's something else that is like so that you
It's
woodworking. You need woodworking planks. And then you take those planks with woodworking to make different things, but with woodworking you also need like a bowstring to create a bow, iron, a little bit of iron to make a shield, and it's like in town with the armor, there's like you have to burn wood.
So
with
to make like to make like a set of armor, you'd need woodworking, smithing, mining, wood gathering,
and then also
and then I'm thinking I'm forgetting stuff still. Like it's very detailed.
All the different things that you need to actually make a recipe.
Oh yeah, all of that, which requires you to go all the way to town 3 or 4, I think it is. I think it's town 3, where you can officially get all the stuff to make the recipes. And even then, you need to go through a giant list.
It just kind of forces you to do a pay account, though. And it's like, great.
If you craft something in this game, you pretty much just say, okay, today, and I don't mean today in game, there's no day-night cycle in game, I mean today as in literally today I am dedicating IRL to crafting this. Because it is that extensive.
There is no day-night cycle. There is no day-night cycle.
I mean IRL. Like, you are dedicating a day to crafting something. IRL.
Yeah. And it's like, I have this table, like, the only thing I will ever, like, buy when I craft is the enchant. Now, the enchanting rod, pretty much what it does is it takes resin and it turns it into XP, which essentially means we can turn our gold into EXP. And I have a chart, and what it is it's not based off of the certain types of resin. It's based off of the gold value of what you're putting. And you can only put in one stack at a time. So, and it's like, I have this Google Doc, I think Spectre's up, but it's like, I literally have, if I go mark, other bookmark, research, yeah, the resin enchant, doc, give me a second to sign, Google, so that I will.
Yeah, so, we think we know where most of their time and development went. It went to their crafting systems.
Yeah, it went into their crafting system. 100%. So if you take 3 old oaks, you get 150 worth of 150 worth of EXP. 4 150, 5 300. 2 bulk pines is 150, 3 bulk pines is 250, 4 bulk pines is 150, and that's what didn't really make sense to me. It's weird. It's really weird. Because sometimes it's like it spits out good shit, and it's like, and I have this whole thing, it's like, okay, that's just what life.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, and we forgot to mention, by the way, to actually get a recipe, you have to, for crafting, you have to dismantle an item that you have, and then you have to go through an entire process, which I'm not going to detail, because it requires, 5 different separate items and ink creation, to then take the recipe you get from that to make a consumable recipe, instead of the master recipe, because for some reason you don't know how to use the master recipe, which is a set of instructions, because you need to make a consumable version of it that will be destroyed, because I don't know. That's never made sense to me, and then you can use that to make it. I still don't understand why.
The hand spindle. You take the hand spindle to make thread from webs, and then you take those those web threads, and you mix it with and you turn that into paper, and then you take that paper, and then you take a quill, and you have to make ink using resin, I think. And then you have to take another tool that's specifically made for those recipes to make the masterwork. No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also rodent traps.
Guys, by the way, what Krove just described there, imagine having to do that every single time you crafted something.
Oh yeah. It gets ridiculous very fast, and that's why we crafting ever. The harvesting tools to get that, just to get a little bit of extra gold now. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But beyond that,
I've seen Minecraft modded, super Minecraft modded things that had less complicated crafting systems. And I'm being completely honest with this, and they were the factory mods. The ones that you even have to build it, in the thing.
Alright.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that they may have gone a little bit too far with their system. Just a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. They went. They. That the.
Methinks someone was a DM at one point who worked on this game, and and all of their players wanted to make their own items. Methinks that's what happened, and they tried to balance it by just detailing every individual process. Methinks that's what happened.
Do you want to wrap up the episode here? I think that's a good time, right?
Yeah, wrapping it up on a rant's usually a good thing. Considering all of this is a rant, technically.
Well, I think we should have wrapped it up after we killed the boss, but anyway. So in the next episode, we are going to take on on Traveler's Way, killing runt foxes and dealing with a boss that is probably going to kill us.
Murder!
Yeah, anyway, see you guys next time.